Leo had survived the Fracture Wars, 3 years of deep space combat, and a crash landing on Kepler 442b that killed half his unit. But standing in the doorway of his new university dormitory on the orbital station Zenith, staring at his roommate, he felt a fear he hadn't experienced in years. She was beautiful in an otherworldly way, literally. Anna sat cross-legged on the far bed, fox ears twitching beneath a shock of black hair streaked with purple. Her tail, fluffy and dark, swayed behind her as she looked up from her datapad. Silver piercings lined her pointed ears, and her amber eyes were rimmed with dark makeup that made them glow like twin suns. "You must be the human," she said, her accent musical, Vulpinian from the Andromeda colonies. "I'm Anna." "Leo," he managed, dropping his duffel bag. "Sorry, I didn't expect—" "A fox girl?" she smirked, revealing sharp canines. "Or a goth one?" "Either. Both." He ran a hand through his hair. "The housing office said cross-species dorms were optional." "They are. I requested a human roommate." Anna's ears flattened slightly, a gesture Leo would learn meant curiosity. "Your species fascinates me." That fascination, Leo discovered, went both ways. The Vulpinians were an old race, civilized for 20,000 years before humans even discovered fire. They were refined, logical, and prided themselves on emotional control. Anna explained this during their first week, sitting on the common room couch as station lights dimmed to simulate night. "We evolved on a world of scarcity," she said, painting her claws a deeper black. "Resources were limited. Emotional displays meant wasted energy. We learned to be efficient." "Sounds lonely," Leo said. Anna's ears twitched. "Perhaps, but stable, safe." She glanced at him. "Humans, though, you're chaos creatures. Your species went from stone tools to faster-than-light travel in 10,000 years. You feel everything so intensely. It's terrifying." "Terrifying? And compelling." Over the following months, Leo learned that Anna's goth aesthetic wasn't rebellion. Vulpinians didn't really do rebellion. It was fascination. She wore banned T-shirts from human artists, listened to old Earth metal, and had covered her side of the room with posters of human cultural movements. Her thesis project was on human emotional expression in art. "Your species creates beauty from pain," she told him one night, both of them cramming for xenobiology finals. "My people create to record, to document. Humans create to feel." Leo looked up from his notes. Anna was watching him with those amber eyes, her tail still for once. "Is that why you requested a human roommate?" he asked. "For your thesis?" "Initially." She hesitated, her ears folding back. Embarrassment, he'd learned. "Now, I'm not certain." Something shifted between them after that. Small things at first. Anna started making 2 cups of coffee instead of 1, remembering that Leo took his black with sugar. Leo learned to recognize her tail patterns. Quick swishes meant annoyance, slow waves meant contentment. They fell into a rhythm, 2 beings from different worlds sharing space and, increasingly, sharing themselves. The station held its annual remembrance gala in the 4th month, a formal event honoring those lost in the Fracture Wars. Leo wore his dress uniform, medals he'd tried to forget gleaming on his chest. When Anna emerged from her room, he forgot how to breathe. She wore a flowing black gown that matched her aesthetic, but her fox features, usually a point of pride, seemed subdued. Her ears lay flat, her tail tucked close. "You look amazing," Leo said. "I look ridiculous." Anna's claws fidgeted with her clutch. "Vulpinians don't do formal human events. I don't know the protocols. I should change." "Anna." Leo stepped closer. "Why are you doing this?" "Because—" Her amber eyes met his. "Because you lost friends in those wars, because humans grieved together, and I thought I wanted to be there. For you." Something in Leo's chest cracked open. "Anna," logical, emotionally controlled Anna was trying to understand human grief. For him. "My people think humans are weak," she continued softly. "Because you feel so much. Because you cry and rage and love with such intensity that it consumes you. But Leo, I've watched you. You carry scars that would break most Vulpinians, yet you laugh. You make terrible jokes at breakfast. You choose to feel joy even when sadness would be easier." "That's not strength," Leo said. "That's just being human." "Exactly." Anna's tail finally swished. A gesture he'd learned meant determination. "Humans are terrifying because you feel everything and keep going anyway. You turn pain into art, grief into remembrance, fear into courage. You're so breakable, yet so unbreakable." She reached up, her clawed hand gentle against his cheek. "I'm falling for you," she whispered. "I didn't think my species could feel like this. But you've taught me that maybe we've been efficient for so long that we forgot what it means to truly live." Leo took her hand, threading his fingers through hers. "I'm falling for you too. Have been, since you quoted human philosophy at me while wearing that ridiculous band shirt." Anna laughed, a genuine, unrestrained sound that made her ears perk up in joy. At the gala, they danced badly, both uncomfortable with the formality. But afterward, sitting on their dorm room floor eating synthetic noodles at midnight, Anna's tail wrapped around Leo's arm. They were perfect. "So," Leo said, grinning, "how's this for your thesis? Human secret weapon. We fall in love with fox girls who wear too much eyeliner." Academically questionable." Anna leaned her head on his shoulder, purring, a sound Vulpinians supposedly never made. "But experientially, I approve." Outside their window, the stars wheeled past, infinite and cold. Inside, a human and a fox girl proved that the most powerful force in the universe wasn't weapons or technology. It was the courage to feel,